there. Just talk about the coverage situation in that scenario.
Yeah, we gotta execute better, and obviously I got to get him into a better call in those situations. I was confident that the defense was going to get the stop. That's why I opted to kick the field goal there and not go for it. But in hindsight, I probably should have gone for it because we didn't stop him, obviously.
What happened on those last two possessions? It seems like you guys got the momentum with points, and then it was touchdown Colts. You guys get the momentum with touchdown Colts.
Yeah, just lack of execution. And I probably should have gotten to a better call. I'll take a hard look at this tape and see what I could have done better as far as getting him in a better position to be successful there. But just didn't get it done in a critical moment. You got to be at your best in those moments, and we weren't.
What was wrong with on the long pass to Pierce? Why are you second-guessing the call?
I always point the finger at myself first. I think that's the best way to do it. And believe me, there's accountability from a player's standpoint too, and we'll take a hard look at that as well. So, but I always look at all the factors. The exact call, the best call, and then the best execution too. So all those things go into it.
Jeff, with 8 losses now, where is this team at this season?
Angry, frustrated. Not in a good place from that standpoint. Obviously, guys are working their butts off, and obviously there's an element that something's missing. Whether it be in the preparation and the game planning and the execution, or if it's a little bit of all those things. It's a good time for a bye to really not necessarily take a break, but really reassess where we're at and what we do best going forward, what we're not doing well, we need to get fixed, and take a hard look at ourselves.
So how much is the offense being hurt by Aaron not being willing to throw the ball down the field?
We'll take a hard look at the tape. There's an element of course, injury is going to hamper anybody in these type of situations, but it never comes down to one man. It comes down to protection, receivers, running backs, the running game, all those things. So I know Aaron would love to be playing better, but it's not just him; it's all of us.
Jeff, was there in the first half that you guys couldn't? Wasn't until your last drive that you moved the ball.
We'll take a hard look at the tape and see exactly what it was.
Was there any thought at all on the 4th and 2 where you guys kept the and then you took a timeout? Was there any thought at all to just take the delay of game, back it up 5, and kick from there to preserve that timeout?
Yeah, I wanted to give the kicker the best opportunity he could to make that kick. Didn't want to push him back any farther than that.
Jeff, since you've taken over, running the whole show here, the defense has gone backward. What do you have an explanation for that? Are you spread too thin? It hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, we need to be better. We need to be better, and this bye week will allow me an opportunity to really take a hard look at myself and take a hard look at everything that we're doing, not just defensively, but everything.
You mentioned anger and frustration. Just kind of what's your message now at 3-8 and with 6 games remaining?
True strength is demonstrated in these moments where adversity really hits, and it's hitting us from a football perspective. There's this is probably one of the higher level of adversity that you'll ever face. So it's an opportunity to not let your situation define who you are. And show the world exactly who you are in these really tough moments. Show your teammates who you are in these really tough moments, and ultimately, like that brand of football that we play, regardless of the situation, regardless of the implications. That's who we are. So, there's still a lot of pride in that locker room, and guys are going to still fight. I know that.
Jeff, I mean this, no disrespect, but you've been saying that a lot these last few weeks. Why is it not getting home when the losses continue?
Yeah, again, I'm going to take a real hard look. This bye week gives us an opportunity to step back without having to game plan, without having to prepare for a game, and really assess where we're at and where we're falling short.
Anthony Richardson went into this game really struggling with completion percentage. I think it was historically low. He completed 66% today. Here for almost 300 yards, I think, that rushing touchdowns. I mean, why was he able to have so much success?
I'll tell you that on tomorrow, next day, when I get to take a look at the film. There's some things, I got some ideas for sure, and obviously some things that we fixed within the game, but I'll have a clear picture tomorrow.
Jeff, what happened on the Pierce, on the Pierce, the long Pierce play there? What happened? What was supposed to take place there?
Yeah, we need to execute better. I'm not going to go into the specifics about it.
Jeff, why have you struggled so much with the quarterbacks rushing for touchdowns? I think it's 7 in the last 6 games now.
Yeah, we got to be better at it for sure. And it's also a byproduct of some really athletic quarterbacks that can hurt you with their legs. But it's another thing that this bye week give us an opportunity to really take a hard look at.
Jeff, when you sit down
when you stand with Woody Johnson, whether it's in there or tomorrow, like, what do you say to him? He's obviously tried to do a lot of things to help this team win in terms of adding players, adding Devontae, getting Reddick in here, making a coaching change. Like, what do you say to him as the boss of what's going wrong here?
Right, I take the responsibility for sure. It's on my shoulders, and it's ultimately on my watch. So I got to do a better job.